Welcome to today's webinar, Marketing Home Services. My name is Gina Pappas, and I'm the President of Albers Communications Group. First, let me tell you a bit about Albers. We are a full-service public relations, digital marketing, and video production agency headquartered in Omaha, Nebraska. And we strongly believe that our PR and digital strategies go hand in hand and work best when used as part of an integrated communications strategy. Our PR and digital marketing experts use their news media expertise to help our clients tell their stories and achieve positive exposure. And we offer scalable solutions for organizations of all types looking for any type of services in the communications area. As I said, I'm Gina Pappas. I'm the president of Albers Communications Group. You can feel free to email me at gina@alberscommunications.com if you'd like to speak in more detail about your company's communications goals. You can also connect with me on LinkedIn and follow me on Twitter. Nothing is more personal to a family than a home, which makes it all the more important for home service providers to connect with their customers in a meaningful way. Drawing upon our years of experience in marketing home services, both inside and out, today I'm going to discuss how to build a communications strategy that encourages customer loyalty. Making that first connection is the first step, and then turning your clients into brand ambassadors for years to come is the outcome that we strive to achieve. So today we'll start by talking about the 4 types of media and how to reach prospective clients. We will discuss the importance of employee recruitment and how this impacts your client's expertise. Next, we will discuss how an integrated approach pays off and the advantages of using an agency. Finally, at the end of today's session, I will answer any questions that have been chatted in throughout the call. As you begin your integrated marketing approach, you need to know who you want to reach and how you're going to reach them. So there are 4 main types of media that we use to describe to our clients how they're going to achieve exposure, and you can use each of these in different ways to tell your story. They are earned media, owned media, shared media, and paid media. And on the following slides, I'll further break down each type and provide examples. Earned media is unpaid exposure, which is often achieved through traditional news channels such as newspaper, TV, radio, or magazines. Earned media translates into positive publicity and is the result of traditional news releases, story pitches, or press conferences, which can help build relationships with media outlets. Earned media also has an online component, which comes in the form of inbound linking. So if you have a story that is posted on your local news station's website and they link back to you, then you're also getting some SEO bang for your buck as part of your earned media strategy. You can also utilize blogger relations to have more of an online-focused earned media strategy as well. What you see here are 2 examples of earned media. Both are public education programs that we developed for our clients that resulted in exposure such as live shots on location on the morning news, even an article in Forbes magazine. So providing a coordinated approach for our clients often results in excellent earned media exposure. Owned media refers to storytelling vehicles that you own and can control. So examples of owned media might include some of your online properties such as your website, your email newsletter if you have an email marketing strategy in place, and in the case of the example you see here, online videos. Testimonials like this example from Paul Davis Restoration, which provide the opportunity for someone who has experience with your business to share with the rest of your audience what makes you so outstanding, can go a long way towards helping a prospective client understand the services you provide. Shared media, as it implies, requires audience participation, and this is huge for in-home services. It can be through word of mouth, referrals, or community-driven content, and it could also include social channels such as Facebook and Twitter. Because your audience can post content on your Facebook page or comment or share a post, they are part of the conversation and the content, and the same goes for Twitter. So if your audience can retweet or reply to you, they're shaping your content, which is why we call this shared media. You don't retain total ownership or control over it as you do with owned media channels. This is an example of an ugly lawn contest we did with Sunco Lawns. People voted and commented for their favorite worst lawn, and it was a win for Sunco because people were talking about them. They gained a lot of new social media followers, and they received goodwill points because they gave the winner a free landscape makeover. So it was an opportunity to really create an interactive, shared online campaign which resulted in a lot of engagement and a lot of good PR for their brand. Finally, paid media is taking an advertising approach to promoting your business. The positives of this format are that you can control the content, the size, the placement, as well as the reach and the frequency. The minus of paid media is that it's far less credible when you're paying to be placed on the first or very top page of Google. It's far better and more reputable in the eyes of your prospective clients if the information is coming from a reputable source. Paid media certainly has a place, and sometimes we do suggest it to supplement owned, earned, and shared media channels, but as a standalone strategy, it is the least credible form of media and the least effective in our opinion. In addition to the 4 types of media, there are other ways you can reach prospective clients. You can use video to give customers an inside look at your business. You can talk about your employees, the work that you do, make them feel like they can trust you because you're trying to be let into somebody's home and you're trying to do something that's a personal service to them. So they need to understand you and they need to trust you. And video is an excellent medium for doing that because it's a little more interactive, it's a little more live, and you can see and hear the stories. And you can also blog or write your company newsletter. So here you have an example of a Merry Maids monthly newsletter that we were able to distribute to current clients, prospective clients, and even past clients. So you can use these channels to tell your story in a different way because not all audiences consume media in the same way. Some are going to watch a video, some are going to bypass it and would rather read your email. Some are going to go to your website and find your blog. So it's all about covering your bases from a communication standpoint so that you can ensure you're doing everything you can to reach your audience and to get them to make a purchase decision about your company. In addition to media outreach, managing your reputation online is a huge part of taking an integrated approach to a digital strategy and a marketing strategy for a home services company. So sites such as the Better Business Bureau's online listing, Angie's List, and Yelp, these are all things that you need to consider as a home services company. You need to be aware of what reviews are out there about you. You need to be aware of which sites you can reply back to if replying back is in your favor. Oftentimes it isn't. You need to be aware of what's being said about your brand online, and you need to have a plan to overcome it. So whether that is what we often recommend is taking the situation, if there's a negative situation, taking it offline. So if someone posts something negative on your Facebook wall, you should take the conversation offline, ask that they call you, tell them that you will call them so that the rest of your Facebook audience sees that you're addressing the complaint, and then try to take the complaint to an offline space such as a phone conversation. You don't always have that control with some of the other consumer reporting sites, but the biggest piece is awareness and knowing what's being said about your business in the online space so that you can tweak your strategies to overcome any misconceptions that exist and try to make things right with future customers, or if there's really a situation online that's gotten out of hand, going back to that customer and trying to make things right with them. Of course, there are also positive reviews and the people who are really happy with the services that you've provided, and you need to leverage those in every possible way and turn these people who have developed positive reviews for your business into brand ambassadors. So for example, if the customer is willing to give you a written testimonial, you can add that to your website, you can add it to your social channels, you can put it in a brochure with a picture. It's even better if they're willing to do a video. Go on camera and talk about why they trust your brand, what their experience was like, what your employees were like to work with when they were welcomed into their home. And don't forget about your employees. They are going to be a big part of your brand ambassador strategy. So if you make a comfortable place for them to work and a positive place for them to work, then they're going to share that message as well. So brand ambassadors go not only outside of your business, but also internally. You need to utilize the people you have and get them on board and get them feeling very strongly in a positive way about your company. So how can an agency help you develop an effective home services marketing strategy? First of all, having an agency gives you a third-party perspective on all of your communication strategies. Sometimes if you're too close to a situation, it helps to have somebody else come in and offer a fresh idea perspective, and that's really what we specialize in doing. We can also help you identify the right story. Recently we had a local company that was celebrating 75 years. That's a big business milestone. And the only celebration they did was by throwing a party internally. So there was a big missed media opportunity there. But as public relations experts, we can help you identify stories that we think are going to resonate with the news media and result in greater exposure for your brand. And that missed opportunity I just referred to is another example of a news hook. You have to have something that's going to appeal to a wide range of people and something that is newsworthy. And again, that's something that we can offer to you that you may not be able to see yourself. Also, media expertise. We work with the media every day. We know the right types of people to pitch. We know the right types of stories to pitch. So we can bring that to our clients and make it work for you. And then also just letting an agency do the dirty work. Home services business tend to have a lot of people who are jack of all trades trying to do everything from run the front office to run the scheduling and make everything happen. So outsourcing to an agency when you don't have time to draft a press release or contact the media is often one of the smartest moves you can make when it comes to having a full-blown communication strategy. So your key takeaways today. First, paid media has its place, and it is supplemental usually to an earned, owned, and shared media strategy. Paid media is less credible than earned media. The market can be very saturated from a paid perspective. But earned media stays with people longer, and the stories that are told will be the ones people remember when they're going to look for a service, if they need a painter, a plumber, someone to clean their house. Also, review your comprehensive plan to make sure you have a structure in place to address reputation management in the online space. Something could go wrong at any time when you're dealing in people's homes, and you need to have a plan in place not only for how you will address those issues, but what you will do if the story starts to spread in the online space and what your policy is as far as providing feedback to people. Also remember that not all reviews are bad. We talked about brand ambassadors and using those people who love your company, your product, and your employees. Get them to write a testimonial, get them to make a video, get them to talk about your company because they're going to become loyal customers to you. And finally, remember that agencies are here to do the dirty work and use their media expertise to help you gain positive exposure and tell your story so that you can spend your time running and growing your business. So I just want to share with you briefly some of our home services experience. Over the past 15 years, Albers has worked with several in-home service companies on various sectors of home services. So some of these clients just needed a little boost with their digital or SEO website strategy. Others, we've developed full PR campaigns. We've done videos, research, and crisis planning for a number of home services companies. So what we can do is customize a strategy for any business. Just to share with you a little bit about our public relations services, they are all inclusive, starting with research, planning, media training, media interview preparation, media outreach, crisis communications, community relations, which is often a vital and important strategy for a local home services company. Our digital marketing services also start with planning and strategy and include everything from email marketing to blog development, social media content development and platform management, and website creation and management. And we also have a full-service video team in-house from pre-production to scripting, editing, and post-production. Our video team can help create those testimonial videos that are hopefully going to resonate with your customers. We have another webinar coming up at the end of October. It's about getting your business off to a great start. So if you're a new business and you want to learn more and you just aren't sure where to turn when it comes to your marketing strategy, this webinar can be helpful to you. If you go to alberscommunications.com/learning-opportunities, you can find out how to pre-register. Thank you so much for your time today. Thank you for joining us. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. We'd love to talk to you about how we can put our expertise to work for you. Thank you.